Hello everyone, welcome back to the Forest Job. And we've had some games played since you were last with us, only a couple, mind. The first one was a 2-1 win against Sheffield Wednesday. We took the lead early on, only to be pegged back after a silly error. The ball was kind of up in the air on the edge of the 6 yard box. My defender decided to hook it away straight into the path of a Sheffield Wednesday striker who calmly and very efficiently finished to put them 1-1. It was going towards a draw, only for us to put together a beautiful move. I wish I had thought to record it. A beautiful passing move between several of our players. We decided to play a little bit narrower. I brought Amiobi and Lolly off. Well, actually, Lolly was moved into attacking midfield. Freeman was brought off along with Amiobi, and Guerrero and Taylor were brought on to make a front three of out-and-out strikers. And two of those strikers combined to create the goal which Graben greedily gobbled up like the predator that he is. Unfortunately, he ended up being injured for the next match, so Guerrero stood in for him and deputised to great effect, scoring the only goal of the game thanks to a lovely through ball, again by Joe Lolly, with the outside of his left foot as well. It was honestly, I wasn't expecting him to pull off that kind of move, but he played it with the outside of his left foot around the wrong side of the defender. Guerrero ran around the other side, met with the ball, and slid it past the goalkeeper for a 1-0 victory. Today we're playing Coventry City. We're back at the City Ground. Coventry are rated at 1.5 stars, so it should be, with a league position of 18, a fairly straightforward game. And I hate it when I say that. I don't know why I do, because I always end up jinxing myself. Let's have a look at some of the players that are being recommended to us. We've got Ledesma from Chile. He plays for Audax Italiano. So obviously some sort of Italian team. Well, not an Italian team, but certainly a team that has links to Italy. And Tahiri, who is a Belgian attacking midfielder, plays for RKC Walwick at the moment. He's 25 years old. He looks pretty par for the course. He's not an improvement on what we have, so certainly that's not a player that we're going to be looking at. I'm still thinking about Hirao. However, in the meantime, having made some sales, two of our goalkeepers and that left wing forward that I mentioned have left the team or will be leaving the team. I had some extra wage budget to use, and I have used it to bring in one of our youth team players, Harrington, the English attacking midfielder. He is at this moment no better than any of the other options that we have in that area. However, he's 20 years old, and look at those player skills. He has the outside curler, one-touch pass, which is most important, the way we play around the box. Chip shot control, very nice. I'm trying to score a few more chip shots these days. And he can do a Marseille turn, so that's pretty cool. So he is now a member of the squad. We've got quite a few team players leaving, actually. We can go back in here and show you that Darekwa is leaving us for Metz after they met his minimum fee release. Smith and Shelvey both leaving. Smith leaving for 100,000 to New York Red Bulls, Shelvey leaving for 45,000 to Aberdeen, and Myton is moving to Envigado for £455,000 plus a 10% selling on option, because he is 18 years old. So I'm sure he'll probably develop into a fine player, but I don't know if he's ever going to be good enough for me in the time that I'm here. That being said, I've not actually discussed the plans for this series too much, have I? The plan is get back into the Premier League, win European competitions, and retire a famous man. We're not looking to move on in this particular series. This is very much a case of one job and we're done. But we want to get this job done properly. So hopefully it will go on for a few seasons. I imagine if we're going to build this team properly with a fan base currently of 199,391, it's going to take us a little bit of time. Looking at the team for today, we don't have many changes that are required. I am tempted to bring Christie in for Jenkinson. They're pretty much of a muchness. Christie, if we actually highlight Jenkinson to hover over, you can see that Christie is a better dribbler of the ball and he is quicker, but he lacks in shooting and passing ability. That being said, I feel like he actually feels like a more solid defender. Tyler Blackett played for us in the last game. Yuri Ribeiro is now fit and raring to go with no stamina issues whatsoever. I'm tempted to give McKenna a little bit of a rest, not a massive rest, but just enough of a rest to get some stamina back. So Figueiredo is going to play a part in this game. This went so well for us last time, didn't it, when we made these exact changes. And let's see if we... okay, Colback is fit again. He was injured for us before, so he can come onto the bench in the place of Smith, who is on there because reasons. And let's put Harrington on the bench in the place of Cafu, because he doesn't seem to be as defensively minded as Yates is there, so that will do us. I've actually really liked this combination of Sao and Bashiru. The only problem that Bashiru has is that he is a short ass. He's 167 centimeters tall. Sao is a giant at 189. Let's have a look at Colback. What's his height? 175. That's better. Oh, Yates is a giant as well, and I have played with him in defensive midfield. We're going to go with Colback, the captain. Let's make him captain again. There we go. So that is our midfield taken care of. He's got fighting spirit. That's nice. Right, so that's going to do us. And do you know what? I might actually play Sao ahead of Figueiredo just to cover him because he is the weak link in that defence. Right. We're ready to go. Let's have a good one. They're playing a variation on the 5-3-2, if I remember what I was looking at with their formation. So there's a good chance that we could free up one of those defensive midfielders and just play them slightly higher up the pitch. The last two games that I played off camera, what I actually ended up doing was taking the player in Basharud's position and changing them from a defensive midfielder into a central midfielder and just advancing them a few clicks. And I actually played Harry Arter in that position, and he was very happy and doing very well for us, acting almost as a carrilero, carrying the ball between defence and attack. He played very well for us in that position, so that's definitely something that I'm going to attempt to experiment with a little bit more as we continue on this journey together. But right now, I just want a good solid start to this game. Looking for that reverse ball. Didn't quite come off for us, but they were distracted enough that I thought it might work. Sao is very advanced there. Freeman winning the header. Lovely to see Freeman getting involved defensively. He doesn't do a lot of that. He's not a defensive-minded player. Here's Amiobi, bags of pace. Pace to burn. Oh, it goes right across the goal. Amiobi tries to bustle through three Coventry players to win the ball. Can't quite manage it. And Bakayoko ends up coming away with it. Does very well to escape the attentions of those Forest defenders. Just about kept in play there. Sao very nearly winning it off of the toes of the player. And Figueiredo does a good job winning it, but unfortunately Coventry end up picking it back up. Is Freeman trying to defend again? Lolly just plays it easily to Christie. Back into Lolly if he's got the legs for it. Can't quite manage to get there. Again, we discussed before, the weakness of Christie is his passing ability. Lolly, left-footed cross off the player for a corner. Ribeiro with the corner, swings it in. It's a dangerous-looking corner. He doesn't get any joy out of it, unfortunately. Colback does really well there. Can he keep hold of the ball? No, he can't. Balance lets him down a little bit. Coventry playing the ball very nicely. among their defensive line. Freeman. Oh, it's a good shot. It's a good stop as well. Guerrero. Oh, what a goal. Brilliant take from Guerrero. Chests it down. Hits it on the volley. Or was it the half volley? And it arrows into the back of that net. Coventry undone early on here. It's a great save from the goalkeeper from Freeman's effort. And look at that half volley from Guerrero. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. Freeman's shot comes out. They scoop it away in desperation, only to find Guerrero, who hammers it into the back of the net. And it's nice to see us score one of those for a change. We have come a cropper from them ourselves from time to time. So 1-0 up now, Forest lead. Good strength from Guerrero. He's not easily knocked off the ball, and he gets free of his man here. Oh, that's a dangerous looking tackle. Cross into the box. Oh, Amiobi very nearly. I expect the referee to have a word with the player in the break of play, because that was an awful, awful looking challenge. Really was. Darboe. Cross into the box. Goalkeeper coming out. Collects it nice and easy. Lovely job. Cole back to Christie. Back to Lolly. Lots of space in the middle for Freeman, who gladly takes it, but unfortunately the pass is not too good. Lobbed forward. Figueiredo underneath it. The header's a little bit loose. Kelly ends up with it. Oh, Lolly could have got his chest on that possibly. Back in. Figueiredo doesn't quite get hold of the ball there. Lolly sees the run of Amiobi, looks for him, doesn't quite find him, but that'll go out for a throw-in. Sao. Good cross. Nothing doing from it. Here's Colback. Not the pass. I wanted to get it in for Guerrero, but he played it too short, looking for Amiobi instead. Guerrero looks to head it down. Freeman might get to this, and does. Good going from Freeman. Oh, that's nice. Lolly. Couldn't find Guerrero. Tried to drill the cross when really a placed pass would have been better. Amiobi's control sometimes lets him down, but his raw pace and power is something that I don't really want to lose. Here's Christie. Cross. And it was too narrow of an angle. Guerrero getting a little bit greedy there, really. But rather than drilling it, I just thought I'd try the simple pass through. The X button, rather. Just normal pass. And it did actually work, so I'm getting a little bit one-dimensional. When I get in wide positions, I'm just looking to hit the drilled cross. I think maybe I need to be a little bit more varied. That wasn't the pass that I was looking for. It doesn't matter though. We go in 1-0 up at half time. Good performance in this first half. I've been very happy to see Freeman dropping back to help out his defence where needed. And the midfield pairing of Sao and Colback really doing the business for us in that first half. Let's hope that they can maintain it in the second, which comes to you now, live. Well, not live, recorded. Recorded as live. It was live. When I played, when I am playing, well, I am playing now. You know what I mean. Anyway, here's Guerrero. Men either side, plays it into Amiobi. His control lets him down again, Amiobi. It's a shame. Darbo. Into Kelly. Lobbed forward. Bakayoko. Lolly. Through the middle for Guerrero. Oh, he touches onto it. And has he been tackled unfairly there? The referee says yes. It's a free kick in a dangerous position. Can Forest take advantage of this situation? Is Luke Freeman, is he the best free kick taker? Yes, he is. Over the wall, but easy for the goalkeeper. Definitely need to improve our options in that area. Lobbed forward, Worrell's underneath it. He'll look to get his head on the ball, and he does. Christie deals, gives it back to the goalkeeper, who manages to redistribute. Freeman, lovely spray of the ball out. And Lolly tried his best to hold the ball, but he couldn't quite manage it. And here's a chance which is snuffed out by the Forest defence. Lolly. Freeman. Oh, that's lovely. Could it be a goal? It is. That's a beautiful goal for Nottingham Forest, who for the first time in a number of games have scored more than one in a televised match. It was that shift onto his left foot from Lolly that bamboozled the defender and opened up the angle for him to take the shot. Just watch this. It's this first touch here. Boom. And then takes the shot without thinking about it. It bursts the back of the net. As Jabello comes on for Bakayoko. Nottingham Forest 2-0 to the good. And with that unusual buffer, I'm going to experiment slightly with Harrington coming on for Freeman. Actually, no. Let's experiment slightly more than that. Freeman can go where Amiobi is at the moment. Looking at the two, Freeman is just a better rounded player without having the strength or the speed. And Amiobi can come off for Harrington. And I'm really tempted to bring Arter on as well. But I'm not going to, not yet. Because we might yet need that final substitute. So Amiobi coming off to rapturous applause. The fans appreciating his efforts today. And in his place, everybody is very excited to see the debutant, the signing from the Youth Academy, Harrington. I'm going to have to make up a first name for Harrington. I know they do have canonical first names. Maybe I need to look that up. For the time being, I'm going to call him William. Because he's English, so of course he'd be named after the Prince. Now having Freeman on that left-hand side gives us a little bit more guile and trickery. More so than... oh dear. More so than we did have with Amiobi. Sao does a brilliant job of shielding that defence. So Lolly is now looking to get in on the action after one goal. He wants another. He's hungry for it now. Godden. Worrell is a long way out of position. He needs to calm it down a little bit. Played in. Ribeiro underneath. Heads it clear. is Kelly. Looks like they've run out of ideas. All they can do is lob it in from wide areas. Oh, hang on though. They're trying to play it through the middle. Sao sees that though. Brilliant, brilliant defensive midfield work from Sao. He really is a very good player. The fact that I've waited this long to unleash him says more about me as a manager than it does about him as a player. He's just a big, big fucking unit who wins balls constantly. Balls that he has no right to win in some cases. Here's Colback. Oh dear, that was not good from Christie. But again, we know his passing is not his strength. Oh, that was... Speaking of passing not being a strength, there's another example. Perhaps the substitution we should make is taking Christie off and bringing Jenkinson on. Coventry starting to look slightly more dangerous here. Worrell again is out of position. He has cover in there though. Oh, and that's a warning. That is a warning. And I think I will bring Jenkinson on for Christie at right back. We might just abandon the attacking fullbacks as well. The crowd rises to applaud Christie, who's had a solid game. Unspectacular, but solid nonetheless. So we turn off the attacking fullbacks. Don't need to worry about that anymore. We've got our goal. Got our 2 goals. We don't need another one, so conserve some energy for the fullbacks. Here's Harrington into Guerrero. He's made a run. Guerrero held the one man off, but he couldn't hold the second off. I already like what I'm seeing from Harrington. He plays the ball and immediately runs. That little bit of organised chaos that you... Oh dear, hello. Well played, goalkeeper. Should have this, and he does. Try and get the ball into Harrington again. Here he is. Ah, no. Just tried turning the man, but couldn't quite manage it on that occasion. Cool, he's rapid, that striker, with the unpronounceable name. It's not really unpronounceable, I just haven't got time to look at it and figure out all of the syllables. Lobbed over the top for Guerrero. It's got too much pace on it, but it doesn't matter. There's the final whistle. 2 goals today for Nottingham Forest to go along with the 3 points that they take from the game. Guerrero and Joe Lolly, the men responsible for those moments of joy. Let's have a look at the stats as they stand at the end of the game. We can see that we dominated possession. Well, I say dominated, it was fairly close actually. But we did have more of the ball. We definitely did more with it. 7 shots, 6 on target. Very happy with that. And the passes, lots more passing going on. Can always tell you've had a good game when you hit 120 or more. 18 interceptions, that says something. That says something, alright. Sao is doing very well for us. Guerrero with the Man of the Match award, but I would venture to say that Sao has been done out of at least half a mark there. He really was superb today. Shepherding that defence, making sure that they weren't overly exposed at any time. And Colback coming back into the side now gives us a really solid defensive midfield to spring off of. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team. And as we develop and bring other players in to strengthen, I think we can have a pretty decent run. If not automatic promotion, then certainly I think we're in the conversation for the playoffs. Here's the rest of the results for today's matches. The three relegated sides from last season winning 1-0, Watford against Swansea, and Norwich winning 1-0 as well against Bournemouth, who were the other relegated side. So that is a big game between those two, which has resulted in Norwich going top of the table. We are keeping pace with them though. We're only 4 points off the top. We're actually level third place with Bournemouth, only separated by goal difference at this point. And we've already opened up a 5-point gap between us and 5th place. Importantly, we need to be in the top 6 to qualify for at least the playoffs, and there is a 9-point gap between us and 7th place, Stoke City. Very happy to see that. So join me again tomorrow when we will take on who knows who, but hopefully it will be another 3 points in the bag